Hey there, and welcome back to the second episode of my Voxel Tycoon series. I'm Icon, and today I want to fix up this little train tracks that we started last episode, and beyond that we want to expand and start sciencing, and hopefully I'll start producing a few items. So after testing around with this problematic here, it became quite clear what was the issue. Every one of these signals changes the railway into blocks. So simply put, this here transforms the railway into two blocks. There's one block before in front of the signals and one block behind the signals. And since we only had one pair of signals per train tracks, they were just divided into two chunks each, and that makes it pretty hard for the AI to measure when they need to stop and when they don't need to stop. The trick here was turning on the multiple mode for those train signals. So what I did there, and what really worked quite well, was just to put down the multi-mode, spacing 75 meters, make sure that we put them down in a two-way thing, one on the left side and one on the right side, basically. There we go. And same for this side of the rails, and same for this side of the rails. Well, that's a little bit much there, but whatever. Of course, same goes there. Yeah, well, we're a little bit out of money. And now, let's wait until we got the last piece of signals down. That's a complete overkill. I'm well aware of that. I'm pretty sure I could be doing this with less signals than I'm doing it here. But this way, what it does is the trains now get to check in each of these blocks if the block ahead of them is free or not. So basically, as you see here, they had a really short window of evading each other, but it does work quite well. There we go. They break in front of each other, and unlike with the yesterday's episode, there's now little to no issues anymore with waiting times. So we resolved that issue quite easily, and I'm really happy about that. So I'm pretty sure that there is a way of dealing with this problematic with less firepower, let's call it like that. But, you know, for people like me who aren't understanding the systems that well yet, I am super happy about resolving the issues like that. Okay, let's see if we can somehow give this place here some connection as well. Can't build here. Is it because of the roads there? Wait. Are you telling me we can't do roads intersections? Bridge? If we bridge that? Let's see. No, bridges can only be built in a... Do we need a bridge for that, maybe? No, okay. Now that's really odd. Does that mean the game doesn't allow us to cross railroads with roads? That would be really unfortunate, honestly. So, since that might be the case, it's really boggling me here a bit. Well, let's just keep it like that and accept that this industry here is just suffering. And the good news is this industry here might be closing down at some point, but that doesn't really kill it. Haverhill now accepts coals. Neat. Alright. Since we now have a connection for coals at Haverhill, I'm going to do one thing though. Going to do the freight station rather over here though. I don't want to have even more traffic on these roads. I feel like there's already more than enough going on there. And instead, we're going to do something beautiful like that. Yeah. Is this connecting or not? This is connecting. Sometimes you really have to pay close attention to roads if they are connecting or not. Can't build here. Are you friggin' kidding me? Why? Why? Nobody knows. Okay, whatever. Yeah, it's okay. So that, though, means I'll really gotta be careful with road and rail connections, because that means some of these are kind of like exclusive to each other. You see, here it's going to be really tough to connect that via rails, because I would need to cross that road somewhere else, somehow else. There must be some other option. I can't imagine that the devs would have left such a glaring hole there. Okay, let's configure our car. Loading items over here and unloading them over here. Boom. And we want to copy that car, but I don't have the necessary pennies for that. That's okay though. Whoop whoop. Let's wait until I have the necessary money in my pocket. It might be only a small connection, but, you know, every little thing counts. Especially since this brings us, over the longer amounts of time, a substantial amount of money. Wait a sec. Oh, I'm so stupid. I forgot to build a freight terminal there. So my little truck here tries to deposit its wares at the bus stop. There we go. This should work. Whoopsie. No, that's better. It's only 1.2 grand per tour, but at the same time I feel like these things, they sum up as well. And since it's that easy to just send out another car, I sure don't mind doing that. Oh, and I totally forgot in the last episode, in the first episode, to build our headquarters. The headquarters will increase the prices in the town it's being built. So you see here, 10% bonus on the prices. I feel like we're going to do our headquarters at Haverhill. I got no clue what you can do with the headquarters beyond that, but probably we'll find out sooner or later. Now, I think it's about time to finally get started with research. I did doodle around with a lot of other things before we started to do other businesses, but I sure don't mind. So let's see, I want to try out something. Can I copy a car? Yes, I can. So, long story short, you can click on a freight station and you see which trucks are delivering wares there, and the copy functionality also works on those. So I can simply copy another car that has the same route and add it to this route. The amount of polish on this user interface doesn't stop to make me happy. Seriously, this game does so many things in a wonderful way. The devs are hopefully very proud of what they created. Okay, so that also means that sadly I have no clue how I should be supposed to deliver stuff there, but it would work if we would go there. But honestly, I don't want to. I honestly don't want to. Instead, we're going to start researching. So, since Haverhill has my my headquarters, I want to put down the laboratory there as well. Let's see. Or do we go for Amsterdamski? At Amsterdam, I got access to iron ore and wood. whereas coal is rather hard to come by. The mountains here are something I really need to be aware of. There's a big mountain over here as well. So, well, since the only resource which is based here in this area is coal, I want to go for research there. Simple reason behind that is research at some point needs access to industrial goods like iron ore and wood and such, and it's really annoying if we are too far away from these ingredients. The first research I want to undertake is manufacturing. This needs only money, so money and 45 days. That's the least of all worries. So looks like Amsterdam is oversupplied. Look at that. We're actually managing to oversupply one of our towns there. I wouldn't have expected that. So, passengers are okay. The economy is bad because the wood planks do receive no satisfaction. Sacramento has no satisfaction. Wood or wood beams, well. And Amsterdam is not too happy with its passenger. Its passenger transport. Yeah, well, that's very relatable. So what do we do about that? This big bad mountain here is surely blocking our way quite hard, but at the same time I don't feel like there's too much I can do to change that. At least we're earning a quite substantial amount of money each month. Sacramento doesn't accept wood anymore, you see. They went bankrupt now because I didn't deliver them the necessary wood they wanted, but that's okay for me. I feel like it's pretty much not possible in this game to satisfy the needs of every industry right away. The money just doesn't suffice to do so, I think. Alright, coal is quite okay. This one ain't that okay. The mine is overstrained as well, so we're going to put up another coal mine there. There we go. I did a little bit of a mistake with that second mine. It's not connected to this station, but I think it's not that much of an issue there. Alright, right now I'm only more or less waiting for the research to get done, and meanwhile we might as well just look into the research tree, I thought, but why can't I right now? Interesting. As soon as there is a research running, it's obviously not that easily possible anymore. Okay. Whatever, not that important. So I just realized that one method of providing wood for this town would have been to transport the wood via rail into a warehouse and transporting it further down into the town by trucks. I really should keep that in mind for the future. So we got researched, now manufacturing. So here. Now, let's check out what we can research. I'll let the time run by in the background because it's really no hassle. Simply, we earn money, and that's what we can use. So, researching tier 2 needs 1,100 circuits. I have no clue where circuits are coming from. So, larger warehouses, better locomotives, that would need coal. Better roads, what's that? Garage tier 2. Better freight stations, bus stops, beam bridge. Haverhill has received the town status. Hooray! Beam bridge, passenger station. Okay. I'm mainly looking for something which would make it possible to cross rails with rails and roads, but maybe that's not implemented yet. It looks a lot like gasoline engine, unlocking better trucks, and wood processing and iron smelting. So Sacramento now accepts iron ore. So many things. Alright, iron smelting. I feel like iron smelting is one of the easier technologies to achieve, but I also want to have wood processing. Since wood processing opens up 2 different venues of products, I'll rather go for wood processing. Okay. Start new research. Wood processing. So unlike our first project, wood processing now needs a extra wood intake. Also, I wanted to check out where was that here. Sacramento now accepts iron ore all the way down there. Well, same thing as with the other town. I could provide that via a warehouse, but I don't think that's going to be too easy. Now, let's not confuse ourselves with too many things at once. Also, I noticed that Amsterdam wants wood now. Directly. Okay. So let's answer to that with another station. I also feel like putting down another sawmill there. There we go. Closer to the first station. Let's see, can I put it down? Can I put down a freight station? Which is still in range for that bad boy there. Yeah, I can. Nice. So what I want to do now is do a road connector. It's just going to be here. Probably I'll raise that later even, once it's not necessary anymore. I know that this is a quite costly way of solving the problem, but since we had such issues with the crossing of rails and roads, if anybody knows how that's supposed to work, please feel free to tell me. But since we had these issues, I don't want to provoke any issues there, and instead just deliver the wood just like that. This connection is not ideal, but I don't want to oversupply this one because we're in no hurry. Instead, I want to think about supplying Amsterdam somehow with wood more directly. Alright, let's see what we can do. So obviously, we seem to be able to connect that via trains. Just would have a nasty crossing here, but I think that shouldn't be any issue there in the long run. Let's do this. Connections like these are worth so much money. Okay, Sacramento now accepts less wood beam. Yeah, sure. Oh dear. Alright, I see the issue here. Let's just raise the terrain there. As annoying as these things look, I really do like, though. I really do like them, you know. Alright. Ugh. Seems like I have to put the curve a little bit earlier there. So Something like that. Okay, this is a little bit annoying, honestly. So, just, that seems to work after all. Alright, a few of these things are still a little bit iffy to work around. And the longer I play this game, the more I would recommend the full refund of destroying buildings in the game beginning settings. You can make the game behave like that. Let's check. I'm gonna show you here in the game settings. Maybe I can still change that. Removal refund. No, I can't change that anymore because, you know, I feel like the game ain't polished enough to convince me to not turn this feature off, you know. So what's the issue here? The height, I see. It seems. All right. Well, that's not connecting after all. No! Oh man, this is so annoying. Anyways, then, yeah, you see, that's the reasons why I do pledge for refunds there. So we have to smack down even more buildings there, but that's okay. Why can't I build there? Yeah, because of the slope there, okay. But at the same time, I do enjoy searching for the source of the problems and searching for workarounds. Okay, iron ores. The demand of iron ore in Amsterdam has increased. So there we go. It's a little bit annoying, but it will work. Now, signals. We need a lot of those. Now, let's hope that this madness is working out. All right. In the background, we are building up our research. Let's check out how the laboratory is working out. Already 29 of 55 days are through. We could also hold the research if we would want to grind more money, that is. Let's borrow more money because the loan interests are just ridiculously low, honestly. I'm a little bit afraid about this train tracks, but I think that this train is simply not possible to do anything bad because of these signals there. Famous last words, possibly, but we'll see how this goes. So, let's close the other windows. Let's keep that train open for now. Nobody needs to look at that coal mine for sure. And let's check out Asia. Asia is actually not receiving enough iron ores. Could you imagine? But I don't see myself capable of changing that in a meaningful way. Not yet, not now. Let's see. The research costs are quite heavy, 27k per month. That's really putting quite some pressure on our. Yeah, the wood plank business went bankrupt. Well. So, load, unload. So he can't find a way to his destination. That's a bad start. Looking for trouble. So let's see. Can we tell this thing to go there? Yeah, perfectly capable of. Alright, then load and unload. Oops. Now we're talking business. Yay! What? This didn't connect to... Are you kidding me? It was blue. I swear it was blue. Okay, whatever. Then we have to stop this train one more time and put this train stop a little bit more to the other side. Okay. Yeah, I highly regret myself not use. I highly regret that I don't use the full refund function. Things I've learned. Okay. Amsterdam Northeast is okay. Oh, awesome. The train designation was still the same. I love that. I really love that. Okay. I mean, it was a challenge. Who doesn't like a challenge? Speaking about challenges, well, let's check out the gains there. Oh, we can prevent a business from closing by spending money for them. That's interesting. I had no clue. I literally had no clue. Look at those passenger buses. They do earn quite a nice amount of money as well. All right. Hard to believe that this was only train number 4. So our laboratory is going to be finished with all these nice things soon as well. And then we have to think about production and logistics for production as well. Can't wait. Very, very excited to do so. Also, I'm super happy with how friggin' easy rail signaling seems to work in this game. Because we do have here already 3 quite important junctions, and if the configuration would not be okay, you know, things would have been already quite desolate. Yeah, well, I think I'm over-providing Amsterdam quite hard. You know, short-range train tracks like these tend to oversupply businesses rather quick. That's always a little bit difficult to measure these things. Here, business has no extra storage, you see. Now they lower the prices in an extremely uncomfortable way. But at the same moment, the level of this business will increase after some time, so everything should be okay in the long run. Now, speaking about which, we have now succeeded researching wood processing. We would now happen to need iron ore for our laboratory, so let's do that. Let's build another freight station. I'll put it a little bit closer this time because I felt like the last time the game was trolling me somewhat. I'm not sure if it was really blue or if I just thought it was, but whatever might have been the case, we're going to do this like that. These roads will be ultimately closed down, I guess. So this fella can now be sent to the garage. Let's see, we can Sell. Oh, nice. Alright, for the next project, though, I want to have at least 2 cars. So, load from here. And unload. Let's see, unload, wait for full unload. With this check mark, I can make sure that the car will wait until he can unload his product, which is really important. You'll understand why in a sec. Now, research in the laboratory will be now iron smelting. We'll need the iron ore for that. And yeah, production will be scheduled for the next episode then, I'd say. Sadly, Amsterdamski here is not really working out as I wanted to, but I do know that this business will ultimately level in a way that we can work around with it. So what I wanted to show you here was, now there's more iron ore here than they need, and this truck is now just waiting until he can fully unload his freight there, which is really cool. Also, what I noticed is we need another iron mine here, because that's just more than they can take. Okay, friends, so next episode we will dive into production. Sadly, we didn't make it this episode, but, well, we did make, what we did achieve was a really thorough connection of these towns. Look at Sacramento, Haverhill, and Asia growing together. I really like that. Let's see if they will grow even further in the next few episodes. So feel free to drop me a comment down below if there's anything on your mind you want to tell, talk about, ask questions, whatever, ask away. I'm super happy to hear from you. And of course, wait a sec, I really want to do one thing there. Well, never mind. Oh, it's making me really just not look at it. I know stuff like these can make me a little bit itchy, but anyways, feel free to comment, leave a like on that video if you want to show the algorithm that this video is worth watching. I'd be appreciating a lot. And of course, subscribe to my channel if there's anything you want to get notifications for. Turn on the bell. I'd be very happy if you did, but I sure don't mind if you don't. Most importantly, have a great time, enjoy gaming, and see you soon. Bye bye!